It's an upgrade for the baby dinos.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the DNA Design DK-47 upgrade kit for Legacy Volcanicus. So here we are, and there it is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have the upgrade kit in its little base mode. We'll show that off later. DK-47 Legacy Dinosaur Combiner Upgrade Kits. Technically, the plural is warranted here since it's for multiple figures. On this side, DK-47. On this side, DK-47. On top, DK-47. On the bottom, where it's things, barcodes. On the back of the box, we have obligatory product shots, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have the upgrade kit for Legacy Core Class Volcanicus, our little Dinobots. And yeah, here is everything you get with this set, and we'll just run through everything real quick here. We do get a pair of swords for the combined mode. Lovely sword there with the transparent orange blade. Looks quite nice. We get a crotch piece here, because he needs great strength of crotch. We get some replacement parts here for Grimlock that have now little posable arms, just at the shoulder. I can move up and down, but hey. Now he'll have arms that he can actually move, which is nice. We get some filler pieces for Sludge. We get some pieces here that will fill in his back. We get some pieces here that will fill in his dino legs. There are two sets of these. I already have one installed. We get a pair of new forearms and hands for the combined mode. You can see some nice gold on there, and they do have some posable fingers there. Just a thumb at the ball joint, and all the fingers are on a ball joint at the base. So we get some nice posable hands now, as well as wrist rotation. Quite nice. We got some new feeties, so now he'll have great strength of feet. Nice gold toesies there. And we also get some weaponry. We get two of these blasters here. We get two of these blasters. And we get two of these blasters. And we also get swords. We get two swoop swords, done on that transparent orange. We get two slag swords, or slug, whatever you want to call them. I'm old school, so I'll always call them slag, but we get two swords for him, and we get two Grimlock swords. So that is everything we get with this kit, so let's show off how all of this incorporates into our little dinos. So first, we'll start off with some installation here. So we have the filler pieces for Sludge, and you can see we already have a before and after. You can see how that works out, and these pieces just pop right in. Just plug that in like so. You take this one, plug that in right there, and that just fills that in, makes it look all nice and filled in like. Then we want to turn them around, and we have these pieces here. So this one will go into the bottom and fill in that gap right there. Just make sure you push it in all nice and firm like. Yeah. There we go. Fills that in. And then we have this bit right here, which will fill in the upper part of the back, or the lower part of the back, really. That's his butt. This is his lower back. Right there. There you go. Just fills that all in. It makes things look nice and neat. So there we have our little pieces there on Sludge. And now for Grimmy here, we have our replacement parts. So we can just split this. Open! Open! Seriously, open. What's wrong with you? There we go. But anyway, you just take these and you just pop them off the ball joints. Like so. And like so. And you just pop the new ones right on. Nice and easy like. Pop it on. Pop it on. And then just get it all back together. Whoops. There we go. Get it all together. like so. Drop it all into place. And now you have Grimlock with his new parts, and now he has little posable arms. You know. Just a slight little upgrade there for Grimmy, but hey, now he has some little movable arms. Hooray for little movable arms. Now you can store all of the little weapons on our dinos here. Little swords go on Swoop's wings. We have these blasters here, which just plug in to the side of Sludge. The slag swords, they just plug into the hips right there. They just plug right into the clips here. They just plug right in. Actually plug in pretty securely. So those go there. The Grimlock swords just get tabbed right back here. For Snarl, these little blasters go right into ports right here. Now do be mindful, this is kind of a tight fit. I don't know if you can see it, but I have like little stress marks there. So just exercise a bit of caution if you want to store those blasters there. Now for Scar, I have them plugged in here because that makes more sense per the instructions. The instructions actually want you to have these tabbed in right back here, just kind of pointed straight up. You can do that if you want to, as always. It's your toy, display it however you wish, but you know, there are these ports right here, and that to me makes a lot more sense because then they're aiming forward instead of straight up, and that just looks, you know, makes a bit more sense to me. But again, as always, your toy, display it however you wish, but there is the storage for all of the little weapons there for our individual dinos. And of course you can arm them up in the robot modes with their new little weapons. You can kind of give them whatever combo of weapons you want, have them with 2 swords, 2 guns, whatever you want to do. As always, your toys, display them however you wish, but hey, you get some little weapons for them now. So another thing we can do with all these parts here is that we can form a little base mode here, and we'll show off how this works. So we're going to take this arm right here, and you want it in this configuration. You want to take these blasters, and these will go into these ports right here on the sides. Now again, be mindful, this is kind of a tight fit, and I don't know if you can see it, but I do have little stress marks. Nothing's cracked, but I do have little stress marks there, so be careful. Now bear in mind, these ports are strictly just for this base mode. You don't need it for the combined mode, so if it did actually crack, it's not detrimental because it doesn't affect the combined mode at all. But you can kind of see them here a little bit better. On the underside, you can see a little stress marks right there. But you want to plug those guns in to either side like that, and then you're going to take these guns, these big ones, and these are going to plug in to these posts right here on either side. So it is looking like that. Then you're going to take these guns, and these are going to plug in up top. Thusly and thusly. So you got this little assembly going on here. And now you're going to take this arm and just kind of curl up the fist here. And this is just going to slot over this tab right here like that. Just connect them together. It's, you know, not the sturdiest connection, but that's what they want you to do. And then you're going to bring in the crotch plate, and this is going to tab in right here, like so. So it is looking like that. Now we're going to take the feet, and the feet are going to tab into either side. You got little notches right here that will go onto. You got a little tab slot connection right here. That will wedge itself onto, and this will make the base of our base. And then they want you to take the swords and plug them into these little ports here in the feet. You can do these in really whatever orientation you want, but this is the way the instructions tell you to do it. But as always, your toy, display it however you wish. And last but not least, you take these 2 swords, and they just plug in right up top, and voila, there you have your little base mode. And hey, you know, kudos to DNA for, you know, trying to give us something to do with all these parts if we're not using them for the combined mode. So hey, you know, why not? You know, it's like a little weapon emplacement, weapon rack for our Dinobots. Hey, why not? Dare I say, why not? And here we have our little Volcanicus, and you know, for what it is, it's fine. I mean, it's a little core class mainline combiner, so I was never expecting a whole lot out of this, so for what it is, it's fine. It does the job, but this set definitely improves upon this, so we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So first thing we're going to do is install the new feet, and they will tab in right in here on either one, so just line that up. It is a snug fit, so just give it a good push. And put this one into Grimmy. Just shove that right up there, like so. And there we go. Now he has great strength of feet. And next we have the crotch piece here, and this will tab into this slot right there. So just line that up, and that just plugs right in. There we go. Now he has great strength of crotch. So now for the arms, we'll start off with the scar side. So we want to take this hand off. We don't need, well, actually we do still need this because this is part of his dyno mode. So we do have to keep this one actually. But so put that off to the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to split the legs, and we're going to take this one. Actually, you need to rotate him at the waist. There we go. And rotate this back up like we're going into dyno mode. Like so. So we don't need this side, we just need this side. So we're going to rotate this around at the ball joint here. And this will now be our elbow joint. And we bring in this forearm right here, and this will just drop right down. Like so. You can see it fills all that in, and now he has a nice proper forearm and hand. That looks really good. And now for the swoop side, we can remove this hand. This you can get rid of. You don't need this anymore. Just open up the wings because we need to rotate the waist around. And we're going to split the legs. We can fold the legs up right now. And what's going to happen here is the forearm will tab right into this opening right here. So just plug that into place. And then just sandwich it in between both legs, and connect the legs together, and just fold them up. Fold those wings up, and there we have the other proper forearm and hand, and that looks awesome as well. And there we have our upgraded Volcanicus, and it looks way, way better. That looks so good now. Now that's a little combiner you can be proud of. That looks really good. This is definitely a vast improvement. It's not a lot going on here, but it's a vast improvement. He definitely looks more, you know, complete now, and, you know, he actually has some posability in those arms, which is great. But yeah, overall, yeah, I think this does a really good job. And now we actually have some elbow joints. We can bend his arms and everything. We got some rotation in there. We got that wrist. We got some posable hands now. We got some wrist rotation. We actually have some ball jointed feet now that can wiggle, waggle, and rotate, and ankle tiltage and all that good stuff. So we can actually give him, actually gives him some posability now, some meaningful posability. Now there are storage options for pretty much everything here. If you do want to keep both of the old hands here, like I said, you do need to keep this one. You don't need to keep this one so much. But if you want to keep them both, you just plug one into the other like that, and then just kind of wedge this into the back here, and it does stay pretty well. Not super well, but I mean, you know, it's a place for it to go if you need it to go somewhere. Now, as far as the swords go, there's two ways you can go about storing the sword. One way is there's a port right here. You can plug it onto this post right here. Now, granted, this is in the way, so you have to move this. You can take the sword and just plug it onto the back like that if you want, or if you intend on using both swords, you can plug them into the clips here, and they'll just plug into either side like so. You can have that going on, things you can do if you want to do it. Now all of the little weapons you can store also. These little blasters right here that we need to plug in either of Swoop's hands. You just plug those onto both sides. These blasters you plug right in here on Scar. That's where they will store. These blasters here plug right into the back of the forearm, basically where they were in little base mode. So those will live right there. Now the swords can also store as well, and one thing I forgot to do is I forgot to take this little part off, and they want you to take this and plug it right here now. So that's where that will live, and the little Grimlock swords will just tab in right where we had them stored in Dino mode, so those just store right back there. Swoop's swords just store right there on the wings. And Slag's little swords, they want you to plug into either side of the hand right here. And that is where everything goes, and there is your storage. Hooray for storage. But Volcanicus, being the fierce warrior that he is, he wants to wield his mighty blades, and he shall do so! Now, one last thing we can do here is an alternate configuration for the Grimlock leg that you can do if you want. It involves basically popping these pieces off and popping off his head, just a little friction hinge. And you're going to take these and plug them in reverse. Just pop it in like that, and pop it in like that, like so. That kind of gives you a new kind of knee pad going on there. You kind of do what you want with the little arms, and you take Grimlock's head, and there's actually a little post in there that will go into the port right there in his cheek, and you can just take that and just drop it in and store Grimlock's head under the foot. Again, thing you can do if you want to do it. Oops, that fell out. But hey, you know, again, things you can do if you want to do it. A little alternate configuration for the leg. Hey, why not? And here he is with my other upgraded Volcanicus, and yeah, stock Volcanicus, not that good, but upgraded Volcanicus, excellent. 2 thumbs up, love it. So there you have the upgrade kit for Legacy Volcanicus, and yeah, this is a nice piece of kit. I do quite like it. It vastly improves that combined mode, makes it look really good, gives us some meaningful posability now. Yeah, I think it's a definite improvement here. It gives some little improvements for Grimlock and for Sludge. You know, it just fills in some gaps in Sludge and, you know, gives Grimlock some little movable arms in his Dino modes. It's appreciated. The little weapons for them, too, is also appreciated. It's a nice little bonus. And I'll give them kudos for the little base mode. You know, they didn't have to do that, but, you know, I appreciate that they tried to figure out something to do with all those parts when you're not using them in combined mode. So, you know what? Hey, again, why not? Gives you something to do with those parts. But really, this kit is for the combined mode, and it does a great job at enhancing the combined mode. And yeah, very, very happy with this kit. Love it. So, there you go. Now, I picked this up from BigBadToyStore.com. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below, so you can check that out. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the DNA Design DK-47 upgrade kit for Legacy Volcanicus. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.